so fucked up. Rocket League. The game that is much like myself is so incredibly autistic, but unlike myself, it gives so much fun, joy and happiness. I mean, sometimes. It is basically a car soccer game with so much things to do, constant updates and undoubtedly the best working servers out there. In my opinion, it's possibly the best game that ever came out. And here's why. It can literally split your childhood friendship to pieces just because you went for a nasty double tap but you have missed due to unexpected backboard skill that your opponent has mastered. The game is so addicting that I have played it for nearly 3,000 hours. I may have spent it on more productive things, but what's better than grinding for a rank just to lose to a huge chain of smurfs? And meanwhile, the whole time, I have achieved the ultimate level of overwhelming and overflowing feeling of happiness. It has been proven medically that playing this game will activate all your brain neurons and will spur to action. It has literally no cons. This game is too fucking perfect. It will help you develop yourself, get to know your inner insight and demons better. It will annihilate your friendship that you were spending too much time on. It is perfect indeed. It is also worth mentioning that the developers will provide you the game-changing brand new seasons with new meta strategies, new possibilities, new awesome stunning item designs and many other aspects that will push you into the altered level of consciousness. No other game has so advanced level of development and After all, when I say that it's the best game ever made, I'm not giving you my fucking opinion. This game, objectively, is one of the best productions ever made on the planet Earth. But I know that you may not believe me yet. I will take you with pleasure for a journey of the in-depth analysis of the car soccer game called Rocket League. I will talk through the key aspects of this video game one by one. I will show you deepest secrets that you will be afraid to tell your therapist. And it takes us to the first point. The first thing you're gonna see is this beautiful cartoonish type of the scenery that will put you back in the times of endless hours spent on watching Japanese full of adventure and action sci-fi movies. The devs are so nice that they will lead you through the basics and fundamentals of the core instructions of the game. After you are done, it is the time to set the name for your mighty car warrior. On the first place, I put it as Big Hill John Cena CNNG, an anagram of the phrase Juano, Ace being chilling, which refers to my Chinese heritage. I couldn't miss the opportunity to put a profile picture of the fine representatives of my excellent self-existence. But that's not a case. This game is so unusually refined that you can change the appearance of your vehicle, choosing among 10 standard cars in the beginning and almost 100 in total. All of them have their unique style, which gives you a great feel of freshness and the game feel overall. Just look at this gorgeous creation you can get after playing a while. Rocket League also has an exclusive feature never seen in other games before. A Rocket Pass. You can get it absolutely for free. All you have to do is kindly ask your uncles for a small support. The Rocket Pass itself has a magnificent and game-changing future. Every season there are new items that are so unique that I have no idea how Psyonix designers came up with them. Just look at these beautiful wheels trying to eat the entire universe of our worthless lives. You can change absolutely everything in this fucking game. You can even have the goddamn cut ears if you're feeling like it. There are many different things you can change, and it's not only about you, self-centered, egoistic, conceited human being. It's about the game modes. It couldn't be only about chasing the ball and trying to put it inside the opponent's net. No. Rocket League is the game about fun and friendship. That's why our beloved developers gave us its modes. absolutely love the idea of giving us only 4 different game modes because it incentivizes you to play by the meta and not focusing on pointless and time-wasting simple game modes. We got hoops where the gravity has its own rights, which makes you try, analyze and calculate the ball's direction mid-air under any circumstances. I also love the fact that they gave us only one map for this game mode. It really forces our brain synapses and activates our nerves to focus on the game itself and not the distracting but yet well made and unique maps. We are also given the dropshot game mode, which essentially is a game mode where you have to destroy opponent's floor before they do it first. But as I said before, Rocket League is a genuinely creative game and the community is so creative that dropshot is a contest for the fastest flying and chasing for the ball. I absolutely love how inventive the Rocket League's player base is. Snow Day is another gameplay that is probably the best one of them all, and everyone can agree on that. Instead of the ball, we are given the huge plug, sized bigger than the car itself. This game mode is so good that the queue for it can take up to the 30 minutes of waiting. Last but not least, we got Rumble, the most RNG based game mode you will ever see. Balance isn't the keyword, but the fun is. It is really the only game mode everyone should ever play because it brings up whole families together and reunites the broken friendship done by the useless standard game modes. It also boosts your skill, which saves you time from grinding 2v2s like complacent little simps. It has multiple weapons you can use against your fellow opponents, not expecting the haymaker you're about to use to push the ball for the furthest depths of the universe. You can also get arrested for breaking too many ankles using the simple freezer, or slap the ball harder than Will Smith with the power hitter. It is also worth mentioning that Psyonix didn't let us down and provided the ranking system to both types of game modes. As I have said before, I have nearly 3,000 hours in this game, and sadly, I have done my placement meshes of the recording, which resulted in giving me the rank way lower than I was in the season before. But that only gave me the chance to flex on little plat players that had as much joy of playing against me as I had myself. What a great experience. Placement matches are 10 games you have to play before receiving the rank. It will judge how good you are based on how many wins you got during these 10 games. Don't be discouraged if your first placement matches will be overtaken by big-headed, egocentric, cocky smurfs, spending their whole days trying to get better by playing against low ranks. The game has its own ranking system, which is absolutely satisfying, and every player objectively has the rank they deserve. Objectively, did I say? Objectively. Starting off with first 3 ranks, which are bronze, silver and gold, going up to the most friendly, kind and sociable rank, Platinum. It is where the fun truly begins, I would say. It is the time when you finally burn the bridges with your childhood friendships and dwell into the adventuresome journeys with devoted players. This rank is the most time consuming due to its vibe and overall feel of game sense. Most people are stuck there because they are trying to thrive their social life with all their potential materials for friendships. If you somehow manage to get out of it, it is the time to get past diamond. It is the time of confidence. The amount of friendship you made formed you more convinced about your meaning in the game. It is the time where you know your place and you're persuaded about the rank you belong, and it's not diamond. Champion is a stage of inner mute and silent expedition for the higher rank. Grand Champion, on the other hand, is where the beast is awakened. Your self-esteem will consume you alive and exterminate all the feelings you had built during the process of self-improvement. It is the time where you assert your dominance, terrorize the lobby and desecrate every human being on the map. That is exactly how you create your way through to the next rank, which is the Supersonic Legend. The unforgiving level of difficulty is immaculate and will challenge you to calm your constitutional devourer and let your composure take control. It is the perfect balance between the great art of serenity and the grand carnage which leads to your opponents leaving and probably never going back after getting humiliated by your greatness and magnitude. But we cannot forget about the social journey you are somehow forced to take up during your gameplay. I'm fine with that. The community in Rocket League is the most friendly environment you can ever think of. Players are helpful and open-minded for both your perspectives and your game styles. It is safe to say that matches are going smoothly and your teammates will always cheer you up after your mistakes. Your friends will feel it appropriate that you discover all things by yourself. The fun way, the way the game developers intended, just like some of the nowadays pro players back in the 2015. Speaking of pro players, Rocket League has made it to the competitive scene, the RLCS, where you can watch your favorite players enjoy their #1 pick game they dedicate to. The tournaments are open to everyone on any skill level, where you can show off and have a chance of becoming an actual significant individual on the high level scene. But I digressed. Rocket League is so diverse that you can play it by changing circumstances entirely and surpass the peasantry of being limited by gravity and fly through the dimensions of the omnipotent composition of air. New strategies invented by our almighty game enjoyers divided the meta structure into small inconsistent pieces that resulted in the game-changing style called Freestyle. There is no real meta in this, no real purpose of doing it in the competitive matches, no. It is just fun. Alright. I should have said that some of the moves are actually useful in the real matches, but things like dribbling for 2 hours or 10 flip reset aren't particularly necessary to score an open net that I have missed too many times, and I probably should focus more on that instead of fancy useless mechanics. But nothing satisfies as much as the stares of low-ranked players I have been ganking for over 5 hours straight. Their joy and happiness when they can learn from better than themselves is making my mentally disparate myself less in need of help, which the clinical service like to call it, I need some fucking help. As I've gone over the all consequential aspects of the game, I'll provide my final words. We cannot deny that after contributing the valid points of the game, Rocket League is the best game in the world because it just does everything right. From its development, dedication from the game creators, to the astonishing game design and extensive game feel, to the constant need of self-improvement, to the relentless difficulty of getting better. There is nothing to complain, so I can't find any words of critique due to its perfection, sound effects, item designs, community, quick chats, the story behind every season, and many others. This game makes me so comfortable that my brain disorders go away and I just might punch myself. I've played it for around 4 years and it's an objective analysis in my opinion. And for my final words and thoughts, don't ever play this fucking game.